Yes, quite compact, sort of middle to back, isn't he? He's long-necked, but everything else about him looks sprinterish. And that is Hasif, could be a player tonight.
Next race on this all-apprentice riders' night is a handicap over 6 furlongs. And Bowling Russian is 9-4. You'll Love Me When I Win, 130. Q20Boy at 6-1. Hasif at 13-2. Taking a bit of a walk now is Holbach, who's 15-2. Monsieur Patat at 8-1. 12-1 Porter in the Jungle. And Amnar is 22-1. They go without the 7, the 9, that leaves 8 as we head back to Goodwood and Alex.
Thanks very much, Nick. Yeah, they're arriving down at the start. Really interesting night so far. 2 firsts, it's fair to say. Both the winning jockeys of our opening contest with first ever Goodwood wins. Cameron Noble taking the opener, and Harry Davies no stranger to success this season. That was his 23rd win in our previous race on I'll Be There. Good ride, that. Intelligent ride, and also a good hands getting that keen going horse settled and then controlling the race from the front. That was his first ever winning ride here at the track. There is a kind of points based system in operation, Rachel, all the way down to, I think, is it fifth place? Yeah. And then whoever gets the most points at the end. All winners tonight of each race get an individual trophy, but there's a trophy for the top jockey tonight. This is the very first year of this new initiative. Ed Arkle and the team came up with that idea, and at the end there will be a trophy, but there also will be a super prize, and that is during Glorious Goodwood, during the Goodwood Guitar Festival later on, there is a racing day down at the track, the racetrack just down the road, and whoever is the top jockey tonight will get to spin round that track in some supercars. So that's a fantastic addition to already, Rach, the experience of getting more rides at this unique track than perhaps they would do normally.
Yeah, and it also does help considering the new rules with jockeys can only go to one meeting. And with so much racing on today, there'd be a few horses that probably wouldn't have riders, so they've turned this into a good opportunity. Yeah,
I think it's a great idea. I'd love. Here's an idea: extend it out, maybe a similar setup on another night, maybe away when there's a big gig where a lot of the top jockeys are involved. What about a meeting for jockeys who don't ride 20 winners a season or something like that? You know, extend it out.
No, I think that particularly if you get towards the end of the year, the end of the season, you have it for if you have not ridden 20 or 25, because that could bring in literally young and inexperienced apprentices or jockeys who have been injured and missed a big part of the season, and it just gives them the opportunity to sort of less competition than the big boys.
It's a great idea. There's probably lots of work a day Monday to Friday jockeys struggling to make ends meet who probably look at tonight slightly envious, thinking, oh, I'd love a bit of that. So anyway, that's just something off the top of our heads while we're here enjoying the evening. As regards this, what did we sort of make in terms of notes from the paddock?
Well, I thought the one horse, Hasef, a nice steel grey son of Dark Angel, he looked really well. He was quite a big, chunky through the shoulder and his backside. But I agree with you, I'm not 100% sure sprinting might be in his bag. He very much looks like one that maybe over a little bit longer and further might see him to good effect. Then again, he's only had 6 runs, so we don't exactly have a lot of data to go on with him.
He looked fit enough, though, didn't he?
Yes.
He looked well. That's fair to say. Interesting that Bowling Russian is so well fancied. It must be that a quick run back and now 3rd run back off a layoff, that he's going to be sharper and fitter. I mean, he's definitely very well handicapped, no doubt about that. On every single one of his wins, he's off a lower mark tonight. He did check out very tamely a few days ago.
And that's after leading. I get he's drawn 1, going to have to come down the middle of the track. Ethan Jones, first ride at Goodwood. What is he going to do? Because he won't know. A lot of them have go out and walk the track, but it'll be interesting to see with him. My problem with him, on the turf, he's 0 for 11.
And now we're away from the round course, which we've been on for the last 2 starts. We're on the straight track. Obviously high numbers against that fence, which is exactly where Liam Wright, having his first ride at Goodwood, is on You'll Love Me When I Win, who's in really good nick, and he can go forward. So maybe stall 10, maybe he bags the rail.
No, exactly. I mean, he should bag the rail unless he falls out of the gate. That rail is his to have, and I think he's got to be the most likely winner simply because everybody else has so many questions. He's the one with the consistency.
I'll tell you what, when HOLBACHE ran and won at Brighton last August, he showed a ton of pace and was strong in the finish too. Stall 8, don't be surprised if he goes well.
And they're off. Very awkward Hasif coming out of stall number 9 and up against the stands rail. You Love Me When I Win claims the early lead. Holbach now draws alongside, showing speed down the centre of the course is Porter in the Jungle and then Amnar, and those four have broken away from the rest, having made a troublesome beginning. Hasif is a long last as they race downhill and on towards halfway. It's Holbach who now has the lead. Porter in the Jungle is now there in second. Towards the near side, You'll Love Me When I Win is in third, Amnar in fourth. Then Q20Boy, who races alongside Musha Patat. Outpaced is Bowling Russian, and so too Hasif. They've got a quarter of a mile to go. Holbach still just has the lead over Porter in the Jungle in the centre of the course. Rallying towards the near side rail, You'll Love Me When I Win. Q20Boy is staying on. Down the centre of the course, Bowling Russian is now gaining interest, and they've got just over a half furlong to go. It's Q20Boy on the near side. Q20Boy and Isobel Francis surging to the lead for a second win of the year for Q20Boy. Holbach held second from a long way back. Bowling Russian got up for third, and also having blown the start, Hasif stayed on for fourth.
Well, what a way to ride your first winner of the season. What a way to win for the first time on turf in your life. Combined, Isobel Francis and Q20Boy, between them breaking new ground to succeed here tonight. And if you watched this Nottingham race a couple of starts ago, that won't be much of a surprise to you. Q20Boy back on turf, up in distance, has gone in, beating Holbach, who got in a keen going rhythm, which he can do. And Bowling Russian, well, he's in the black cap. He's 1 from the back, 2-3 from the back. He just got outpaced before running on takingly in the closing stages.
Yeah, the one thing we should just mark up is HOLBACHE, who finished second, awkward out of the gate, went a bit sideways before freewheeling, which is what he does. We don't worry about that. But of the 4 horses that split away in this silly going fast front group, he was the only one that hung around for the piece of it. The other 3 faded tamely out the back, whereas the first, third, and fourth came from that group that was very, very outpaced late on.
You Love Me When I Win had the rail draw, but he didn't have the pace to capitalise on it. He could not lead up Holbach. A bit of pace there today from Porter in the Jungle. That was more like it, but does check out quite tamely. And it's left with the free-going Holbach in front. I must admit, I thought a couple out, he'd take a bit of catching today.
No, so did I. I mean, because this is what he does, but he's game and gutsy, and Tony Carroll is a master trainer of sprinters here at Goodwood, but he couldn't see off the late charge of Q20Boy. They took the cheek pieces off. I think that's helped.
And look to the right, pink cap. That is the top horse Hasif, who fell out of the stalls and will be nearest to the finish in 4th spot.
Yeah, and he was one of the first off the bridle. Safi Osborne for a long, long way was earning her riding fee. But I think the case is finding the trip, but more getting him more mentally race fit, because he just seems, even now on a 7th start, like he has no idea what he's doing.
The start certainly didn't help. It put him on the back foot. He's again giving you the feeling that he might not quite be a sprinter, or he does need a stiff 6 to be seen to his best. But maybe we'll learn that on another day.
They'll take the closing stages one last time, and no doubt a monumental moment for the rider as well. As Alex suggested there, the first win of the season. And riding it on the All-Apprentice night at Goodwood. So that was the 3rd race down. We'll confirm the result in just a few moments' time. They've got 3 races still to come. This 6-race cards. We won't bring the result because it's not...